Hello, my name is Mohammed Tabatabai, 5th degree black belt master instructor in the art of American Kenpo karate. Thanks for purchasing these video series. I'm going to be covering all the basic fundamentals, techniques, empty hand forms, weapon forms, and all the sets that are required in the system. So go ahead and put your gi on and let's get ready. This technique we want to work on is called begging hands. It's for double wrist grabs. Right hand is grabbing the left wrist and the left hand is grabbing the right wrist. Now, anytime we get stuck in a wrist grab, we always want to strike and going against the thumb coming out. We're going to go over that. Now, first step is going to be a left leg back into a right neutral bow. And from here, we're going to turn our wrist this way coming out. And that's why this technique is called begging hands, because your hand's going to come up, palm up in this shape. Now, from here, we're going to throw a right front kick to the groin or to the midsection. We could go to the stomach or to the groin. Now, right from here, as we do this, now, left kick is going to come up, is going to catch him either to the chest or catch him underneath the chin. So we're going to take this from the top, step back with the left leg into a right fighting stance. As soon as we go against the thumbs, pulling the hands out, we're going to right front kick to the midsection, and then left kick to the chin. Now from here, as soon as you catch him with the left kick, it's going to straighten him up and push him back. Then we're going to end up in a left neutral bow, and we're going to shuffle forward. We're going to push drag forward into a kneel stance. As we push drag into a closed kneel stance here, we're going to strike with the heel palms right underneath the ribs, and as we strike, we're going to push him in and up. So we're going to try and crush the ribs upward. Okay, we're going to take this from the top again one more time. Drop back, kick, kick, and shuffle, strike. Let's just do this from a different angle also. We're going to drop back, kick, kick, and come up, shuffle, and strike up with the heel palms. Okay, Master, come up, please. Good. Now, grab the wrist. Now, what I meant is, what you want to do, you want to have your wrist go against his thumb, not pulling the other way. Then you got to deal with the four fingers now. So we're coming out this way. See, pulling out this way. Okay. Now we're coming out this way with the right hand, and our left hand is going the other way out. One more time, against the thumb, coming out, okay? Now, when it's a double wrist grab, as I come out against the thumbs, I'm also going to sink back with my left leg, and I'm going to pull my hands out and away into me. Now, right from here, I'm going to shoot a kick with the right leg, front kick. Now, the left kick, this one makes him lean forward and pushes him back a little bit, so the next one is going to catch him underneath the chin or to the chest area to bring him back up. Now, when he comes up, we're going to shuffle forward. As we shuffle forward with the heel palms, we're going to catch him right underneath the ribs, and we're going to strike and push up. Okay, now let's take this again. Going 1, 2, 3, come up, shuffle as we sink and strike up. Okay, let's take this from a different angle. Okay, I'm going to step back. Now, right away, we're going to throw that kick. As soon as you sink back into your stance, kick and keep him off. Come up with the left kick. Bring him up. We're going to shuffle and strike the ribs. Okay, push him right up. We're going to take this technique a little bit faster now. Yes, sir! Yes, sir! And from a different side. Grab again. Yes, sir! And try it again. Yes, sir! Yes, sir! We're going to go over thrusting wedge. Now, this technique is designed for if somebody's coming with a two-hand high push, or it could be an attempt of a choke, or even if they already have the choke on you. Now, the first step is going to be a right leg stepping forward into your opponent, and we're going to sink into a right forward bow. Now, as we drop into a right forward bow, we're going to shoot the reverse claw with both hands, and we're going to shoot the thumbs right into the eyes. Okay. But we're going to keep our elbows bent here. We're going to give it a little bit of an angle so we could use our forearms to push his attack, which is both arms coming at you or choking you, away and open him up. Okay. Now, when you want to make your first strike, you're not thinking about pushing his arms out. Your first strike is you attacking his eyes with your thumbs, and just because you have your arms bent and your elbows pushed out a little bit, you're going to strike with your forearms and clear his arms out of the way. So first move, right leg steps forward, and we're going to strike out, catch the eyes. Now from here, your left hand is going to grab his grab his right arm around the shoulder, and as we're going to yank it down and pull him down to put some weight and bring him into you, from here we're going to drop into a neutral bow, right neutral bow, and we're going to come up with a right upward elbow, catch him underneath the chin. Now from here, we're going to sink into our stance. We're going to stay in the neutral bow. We're just going to sink, drop the weight just a little bit more, and we're going to claw, hit him with the palm of the hand, bridge of the nose, and we're going to tear down with the fingers. Okay, let's take this from the top. So from attention stance, thrusting wedge, we're going to step into a right forward bow, catch the eyes. We're going to sink into a neutral as we grab the right arm, yank it down, pull him into us as we're doing a right upward elbow. Then we're going to sink into our stance even deeper as we claw, hit him bridge of the nose, and tear down with the fingers. Let's do this from a different angle. So we're going to step in, 1, catch your arm, come up with the elbow, 2, and claw down. And one more time, going to go in 1, forward bow, sink into a neutral, elbow up, and claw down. Okay. Now, let's go over this technique. Master, come up, please. Okay. Now, what I meant by bending your arms, see, if his arms are out, let's keep it at this position for now. When I attack his eyes, I'm going to use my forearm to push his arms out this way, okay? But as he comes to choke me, okay, I'm going to go right into his eyes, okay, and I'm going to push the arms out using my elbows. Now, let's take it from a different angle. Okay, he comes with the choke. We're going to go in. Now, I'm going to grab his right arm, and I'm going to keep my elbow down. I'm going to yank him down. As I yank him down, I'm going to sink into a neutral bow and do a right upward elbow coming up. And I'm going to sink, catch him with the bridge of the nose, with the palm of the hand. I'm going to tear down with the fingers. We're doing a claw. Okay, let's take it from this angle a couple of times. Comes with the choke. We go in 1, 2, and 3. One more time. Sink into a neutral, forward bow, right forward, neutral, and claw down. Let's do it from this angle once. Okay, coming in, 1, check down, 2, elbow up, catch him underneath the chin, and you come down with the claw. When you come down, your elbow could be catching his chest also when you're coming down to clear his center line as we claw down. Okay, now let's take this a little bit faster. Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Okay, let's take it from the other side. Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Next technique is called flashing wings. Now this is for a right straight punch coming at you. We're going to step forward with the left leg. As we step forward, we're going to into a left neutral bow towards 10 o'clock. We're going to do a left inward block, and we're going to catch him outside of the right punch, at the elbow or above. Now, from this position, as we got him checked, we're going to drop the left hand as an open hand check to check his outside of his right punch. We're going to drop into a left forward bow, and we're going to strike him with the elbow to the ribs. Now, what you want to do is when you strike him with the elbow, you don't want it to sit there. You want it to strike and go through. So as we strike with the elbow, it goes through. And then, now from a forward bow, we're going to stay in that forward bow, and we're going to do an outward, right outward elbow strike to the kidney, catching his right kidney. Now, from here, we're going to do a right outward hand sword, back of the neck, either an outward hand sword or it could be an elephant fist where we've got a tight fist, and we're going to use inside of the wrist, catching him back of the neck. So we're going to block, check, elbow in, inward, outward elbow, right outward hand sword or the elephant fist to hook back of his neck. Now from here, we're going to go to a left reverse wide kneel to check his right leg, to check his height zone. At the same time, the left hand is going to be checking the right side of his body, also checking his right hand. Now from this left reverse wide kneel, we're going to pivot into a left closed kneel. As we keep the check, now we're sinking lower, and we're going to shoot a right upward heel palm strike underneath his chin, and we're going to lift him up with this strike coming up. Let's take this from the top. From a tension stance, stepping with your left leg into a left neutral, left inward block, check with your left hand, drop into your forward bow. Shoot the elbow strike into the ribs, back to the kidney, go in 1, 2, then we're going to chop, back of the neck. We're going to drop into a left reverse white kneel as we check with the left hand. We're going to go to a closed kneel and lift him up with the heel palm. Okay, now, when he shoots a straight punch, we're going to go outside of his punch. And as we block them, we're going to keep an open hand check, stay right on top and keep contact. Then we're going to slip the elbow to the ribs. Now, as we hit, it's going to hit right back to the kidney. Okay, now let's take it from this angle. So when we block the punch, we're going to go into the ribs, and then we're going to hit back to the kidney. That's going to get him to raise up. Now from here, this is where you chop back of the neck, or if you make a tight fist and hook it, this will kind of come up just a bit, okay? You see how that wraps around his neck and it hooks this way. Or we could use the outward hand sword. Now, let's take this from here. When we block and we go elbow in, elbow back, chop. This from the elbow back, the chop strikes right up. Then, as my left hand checks his right hand, we're going to drop into a left reverse white knee. As I check the left, I'm going to check his knee also. Then I'm going to sink into my closed knee, and I'm going to lift him up. Okay, let's try this again. So, shoots the punch, step off, 1, 2, 3, check, and lift him up with the heel palm. Okay, let's take it from this side. Going 1, 2, 3, 4, check, and lift up. Try it again one more time. Block, 1, 2, 3, 4, and lift up. Okay. Now we're going to take this a little bit faster. Take it from the other side. And one more time. Now we're going to go over a hugging pendulum. We're going to start this technique from a right fighting stance. And your opponent is also in a right fighting stance. They're going to shoot the attack could be a drag up side kick, drag up rear kick, drag up knife edge, or cross behind any of those kicks. Now, from here, when the kick is coming at you, you're going to angle off a little bit. You're going to push drag, go out of the way as we go towards 7:30, 8 o'clock. As we're doing a right downward block, and the left hand is checking right on top in front of your face. So again, from a fighting stance, we're going to shuffle to the side, get out of the way, and do a right downward block. Left hand is doing a heel palm check in front of you. Now, from here, we're going to do a left front crossover. As we do a left front crossover, your left hand is checking, your right hand is going to, you could shoot a middle knuckle strike just coming underneath your body, and you're kind of showing a hug right there. Okay, so from here, shuffle to the side. Then we're going to do a left front crossover, and this left front crossover is going towards 1 o'clock. Okay, as we do the left front crossover, and we go to this hugging position right here. Now, the right leg is going to shoot a knife edge or a side kick, and we're going to catch him back of his left knee, which is the far knee. Okay, now, right at the same time that we catch him back of the knee, we're going to back knuckle him back of the head. So when we catch him back of the knee and he's on his way down, we're going to catch him back of the head. And then we're going to let the left hand, as we drop into a right forward, the left hand is going to heel palm to the left side of his face, go over on top and bring his face around. So from a forward bow, when I sink into my neutral or horse stance, I'm going to strike with the heel palm and catch him to the left side of his face, catch the jaw. Okay, let's take this from the top again. Going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, now let's say take it from this angle. Okay, now I'm going to cross behind side kick. I'm going to angle off to the side. Now, as I cross over, you could maybe if he's just standing there and you're a little bit far, you're not going to be striking. But if you're close enough, stay right there. From here, as you cross over, middle knuckle could catch him across the face. But even if you're going on top, you're going to come down underneath. Okay? If he was to throw the kick and he's coming with the back knuckle, after you've checked the kick, you're checking his back knuckle, and you could be middle knuckle striking to the ribs or kidney, or you could be catching underneath his elbow with the knuckle. Now, from here, as we kick back of the knee, right from the kick, we're going to catch him with the back knuckle back of the head also. And we're going to heel palm to this side, left side of the face, go over and bring him around as we check in the knee here. And then from this forward, but when we start to bring him around, we're going to catch him with the right heel palm, coming right side of the jaw. Okay, now let's take this from a different angle. Cross behind side, go off angle, catch. We're going to kick back knuckle, heel palm, bring him around, and we're going to catch him with the heel palm on this side. Okay, and one more time from this angle. Going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and bring him around 6. We're going to speed up a little bit now. Yes, yes, yeah. And one more time. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Take it from a different side. Yes, sir. Yeah. And try it again. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're going to go over repeated devastation. This is another technique for a full Nelson. Now, we were scraping hoof in the orange belt techniques, how they're coming with the full Nelson. But at this stage, the full Nelson is getting a little bit closer, and they're pretty close to put a lock on you. So now, what we're going to do, we're just going to sink to the side with the left leg, and we're going to do a double middle knuckle strikes. Here's our verticals coming up, and we're going to strike him to the face. We're going to hit him to the face. Now, from here, we're going to drop the elbows down to the side, clearing his arms down, and then we're going to close the left leg. As we close the left, we're going to straighten up the body. We could still be striking with the back of the head to the face. As we close, we're going to shoot our punches down towards our center line to pin his arms. Now, from here, we're going to go underneath his left hand and control his right. I'm going to step out with my left leg. We're going to take a close step. So when we pivot, then we're going to open up and get into a deeper stance. But as I step towards 1 o'clock, I'm going to control his wrist. I'm going to sink into a right forward bow, facing my opponent at 6 o'clock. And I'm going to shoot an outward elbow to the right side of his face. Then from here, I'm going to go back to the horse. At the same time, I'm going to go underneath his right arm. And with my right hand, I'm going to control his left wrist, grab it. I'm going to step with my right leg towards 11 o'clock. I'm going to pivot into a left forward bow facing 6 o'clock. As I pull his arm down, I'm going to shoot an elbow strike. Now it's a left outward elbow strike to the left side of his face. And then from this point, we're going to cross out. Okay, let's take this again from the top. I'm going to sink to the side, strike him to the face, drop the elbows down, close the left leg, go into a narrow horse stance. As we straighten up the body, hit with the back of our head, and punch down to the center line. Now, from underneath his left, I'm going to go on top of his right wrist, grab it, step to one, pivot into a right forward bow as I do a right outward elbow strike to his face. Go back to horse, go underneath his right arm, on top of his left, grab the wrist, step towards 11 o'clock, into a left forward bow as we do a left outward strike to the left side of his face. Okay, now, for a full Nelson. Now, this is not, still maybe not reaching the locking position, but it's getting pretty close to it. So what you're going to do is, you're going to drop to the side, and we're going to hit him with the middle knuckles to the face. Now we're going to drop the elbows down, and then as I close the left, I'm going to straighten up my body, pin his arms, and I'm going to hit him with the back of my head. Then from underneath his arm here, I'm going to go on top of his right, control the wrist. As I step, I'm going to pivot, pull his hand, do an outward elbow strike. I'm going to go back underneath his right arm, control the other wrist, step, and do a left outward elbow strike. And then from here, you're going to cross out. Okay, let's take this one more time. Sink, strike down, and straighten up. Turn, elbow, go back, turn, and elbow strike. Okay, let's take it from this side, behind me. Go 1, 2, 3. Come up, 4, step back and step 5. One more time. Drop 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Now we're going to do this a little bit faster. Yes, yeah, yeah, yeah. And one more time. Yes, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's yeah, yeah, yeah. It's yeah, yeah, yeah. We're going to go over entangled wing. This is for a front arm lock, and the opponent is using both his hands to put the arm lock on you. Now, from this position, we're going to grab his left wrist, and we already have a right hand in the shape of crane hooked over his left hand. left arm. Now, as I grab his left wrist, I'm going to cross step with my right leg into his right knee. As I step, I'm going to turn his left wrist over my shoulder, and with my right hand that was already craned, I'm going to put pressure on his elbow, and I'm going to turn. Now I'm in a left forward though, facing 6 o'clock, as I do an outward elbow to the kidney. Now from here, I'm going to sink into my horse stance. As I grab his wrist with my left hand, I'm going to shoot a right outward elbow strike to the ribs. Okay, let's take it again. From here, I'm going to control his wrist, turn it, put it over my shoulder, break the elbow, catch his kidney, and then I'm going to control his wrist with the right hand, do an outward elbow to the ribs. Okay, for a front wrist lock. Now you see how my right hand is right over his left arm. So now when I grab his left wrist and I'm going to step into his right knee, as I grab his left wrist, I'm going to come up, catch him with the upward elbow underneath the chin. I'm going to turn his arm over my shoulder, and I'm going to use the right hand that's craning to break the elbow. Now, from here, I'm going to turn and catch him with the elbow strike, outward elbow to the kidney, and then I'm going to grab his wrist. As I sink into my horse stance, I'm going to do an elbow strike to his ribs. Okay, let's take it from top. We're going to go into this, catch him with the elbow, turn and break this way, and unwind, catch him with the elbow strike. Now, the reason I had you guys do a cross step, go to your horse stance, put the arm lock. See, if you step forward when you turn, then you have nothing to hit. You want to make sure that you check his width by stepping there, so that also allows you, when you turn, now you have a target to hit for the elbow strike. And then another strike. Let's take it from this angle. Okay, put the wrist lock. We're going to turn, strike him, break, elbow strike, control, and strike. You could check from the outside and cross out. Let's do it again one more time. Go 1, break here, 2, and 3. We could check and cross out. Okay, now we're going to speed up a little bit. Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Okay, let's take it from a different angle. Yes, sir! Yeah! And one more time. Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Next technique is called defying the storm, and it's for a right roundhouse club attack. Now the first step is going to be right leg going forward. We could step forward and around. We could also step forward and around and into his right knee that's stepping forward to buckle it from inside. Now, as we step with the right leg forward, we're going to do a double block. The right hand is going to be doing an inward block, catching his bicep, and then we're going to check with the left hand inside, catching him below the elbow. Now, from here, we're going to sink in, do the block, and then right from here, we're going to go outside of his arm with the right hand, hooking on top of his right arm, and with the left hand, we're going to stay inside, and we're going to do a push and pull here to snap the elbow. Now, as soon as I do the snap here, it's going to bring his head in, and I'm going to slip that right inward elbow strike going to his face. And then on my way out, I'm going to hook, crane and hook back of his shoulder, and with my left hand, I'm going to grab his wrist, and I'm going to turn it. As I turn it, I'm going to push it up, and with my right hand, I'm going to pull down. So it's going to be another pull and push, and I'm going to step back towards 4 o'clock. So the first step was towards 10 o'clock as we block. 1, 2, 3, drop back to 4. Now, right from here, I'm control the opponent by pulling his shoulder down and turning and pushing his arm up. This is the right arm. Now I'm going to shoot a knee. It could be to the shoulder joint right here to dislocate the shoulder. I could go to the ribs, face, or to the chest. Now I'm going to shoot the knee towards 10 o'clock. And as I knee strike him, I'm going to step forward and I'm going to come with the right overhead, inward elbow strike and catch him to the spine. Okay. Let's take this one more time from the top. 1, 2, 3, drop back to 4, knee to 10 o'clock, plant, and hit him with the elbow, going towards 10 o'clock also. Now, stay a little bit more here. Roundhouse club attack. I'm going to step in, block. I'm going to snap the elbow. As I snap the elbow, as his head comes in, I'm going to slip that inward elbow strike, and then I'm going to grab his wrist with my left hand. As I grab it, I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to push it up. And my right hand that cranes back of his shoulder, I'm going to step back towards 4 o'clock. I'm going to pull down, turn his wrist, and push up to control him. Now, from here, you got to make sure you're controlling him. From here, you're going to shoot a knee strike. You could go right to this elbow, to his shoulder. As I do a knee strike, I'm going to plant forward and strike with the elbow to his spine. Okay, let's take this one more time. I'm going to go in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, let's take it from this side. Strike a little bit higher. We're going to come up, block, snap, elbow, hook, hook back of his arm. We're going to turn. As we turn this, we're going to push it up, and we're going to pull down with the right hand. We're going to control him here. You got to make sure you're bringing your opponent into you. I don't want you to end up like this, leaning forward. You got to make sure when you step back, you pull him into you, so your back is going to be straight. Now you're going to do a knee strike and plant forward with the elbow overhead. Okay, let's take this side one more time. Go in, 1, 2, 3, hook, 4, bring him into you, knee and elbow strike. Okay, now we're going to speed it up a little bit. Yes, sir! Yes, sir! One more time. Yes, sir! Yeah! Yes, yeah. Yes, yeah. Next technique is called raking mace. This designed for a two-hand grab and pull in. Now, as we pin the opponent's hands, both hands on top, and we're going to use that force that he's given us by pulling us, we're going to step into him. And as we step with the right leg, right between and through his legs, we're going to shoot a right uppercut, use that middle knuckle, and we're going to catch him to the midsection. So we're going to pin on top, we're going to step in, and we're going to strike him down low. Now, this is going to push his upper body back a little bit and kind of stretch his arm. So now, right from here, we're going to take that, and as we clear his arms, with the lower part of our arm, forearm, we're going to clear his arm, and with the upper part, we're going to catch him across the nose, catch him across the face. Okay? So we're going to use this whole thing after we strike him to the midsection to go around, catch him across the face, and clear his arm. Now, right from here, we're going to shoot a right outward hand sword to the right side of his neck. And as we shoot the outward hand sword, we're going to leave the hand sword there. We're going to shuffle up. As we push off the back leg, we're going to collapse the elbow. And from this side, we're going to heel palm. So we shoot the chop, leave it there, and move in and collapse the elbow as we catch him with the heel palm from the other side. So it's going to be a two-hand grab, pull in. As he pulls me in, I'm going to check on top with my elbow sinking down low. And I'm going to strike him to the midsection to push him back, stretch his arm. Now, when I go around, I'm going to use this part to clear his arms, and I'm going to catch him across the face. That's your mace that's raking. Now, as I catch him with the chop, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to shuffle and collapse the sandwich. Leave the chop, shuffle, and we heel on from the other side. We're going to do the sandwich. Now, let's take it from the other side. So he's going to pull us in. I'm going to step into him. Now I'm going to clear his arm and catch him, bridge of the nose or across the face. Now I'm going to chop side of the neck from here, leave it there, and collapse the sandwich. Okay, one more time. He pulls, we're going to go in with him, clear the arm, catch him to the face, chop, shuffle, and collapse the sandwich. Okay. Now I'm going to speed up this a little bit. Yes, sir! Yes! Yes, sir! Yes! Yes, sir! Yes! Yes, sir! Yes! This technique is called snaking talon. Now it's designed for a two-hand high push. Now your first move, what you're going to do is with your right hand, it's like you're going to be doing an inward and outward block, but it's going to be going kind of like a figure eight. And what I want you to do is when you're checking both hands pushing you, I don't want your elbow to let it go up. I want this elbow to stay down. When you do your crane, you got the snake head this way, and you're going to go on top of the left hand, down and underneath on top of his right hand. Now, a quick example here. If you were to, let's say this is a piece of chalk, and you were drawing figure eight on the board with this end of it, doing this. This is your figure eight. You see how the two circles are empty, and you're not covering those areas. Now, instead of using the chalk in this manner, if you take it and turn it around, and use the whole side, and now we draw the figure eight, but the two circles are covered because we're using this whole thing going across. Okay. Now, from getting a good understanding from this explanation, now we're going to use our forearm as that chalk. Okay, and when the two-hand push comes, our left hand is going to be checking outside of his right hand, but our main blocking is going to be done with the right hand, where we make the figure eight, and we use this whole thing coming across, and we're going to go on top of his left and down and around on top of his right and snake around, and now we're going to check his arm. From this position, we're going to throw a front kick to the midsection, to the groin, and then from here, we're going to plant. As we plant, we're going to go to a spinning rear kick. This first kick is going to go low to the groin, spinning rear, and then the second kick is going to go up high to the chest or to his face. Okay, let's take this again from the top. We're going to drop back, do a snake, front kick here. You got to make sure that as you drop back into a good strong stance, the front kick going to shoot right away to keep him off of you. We're going to go one, plant, low kick, second one up high. Okay, now with the two-hand push, I want you to, as your left hand checks his right, your right hand is going to be snaking on top of the left and down and on top of the right. But we're going to use both hands, okay, to make the snaking. And when we check it, this right hand is going to be on top of his left, and it's automatically checking his left also. Then we're going to front kick. When we plant, the next kick is going to be to the midsection, and the next one is going to lift him up to the face. Okay, this could be done the other way around also, meaning if we catch him to the midsection, we could spin and go to the chest or to the face to lift him up, and then the next kick to the midsection again, okay, depending how you set him up. Let's take it from the other side. So it comes with a two-hand push, drop back, make your snake, kick. Now right from here, plant, spinning rear, and another spinning rear. Okay, and one more time. 1, 2, and 3. We're going to cross out. Let's take this a little bit faster now. It's okay. Time. Yes, yes. Okay, let's take it from a other side. It's yeah. Okay, right again. It's Next technique is called shield and mace. Now it's for a step through right punch, and we're going to take our left leg step towards 10 o'clock. As we step forward into a left neutral bow, now at the same time, our right hand is going to be doing a vertical outward block. That's where your shield is. And then we're going to shoot a left straight punch to the ribs or to the kidney. That's where your mace come in. So it's going to be together. As we step off and we go outside of the punch, we're going to do an outward block, and at the same time, we're going to punch. Now, right from here, the right hand is going to stay inside your left hand, and as we stay inside, we're going to drop to a forward bow, left forward bow, and we're going to strike with the right hammer fist using our forearm also, dropping it down to the kidney. We're going to strike to the kidney. Right from here, we're catching his right kidney. And at the same time that we strike with the right hammer fist to the kidney, the left hand is going to come up and check on top, checking his arm. Now, right from this strike, we're going to let the left hand continue to check, and the right hand is going to come down and around in front of the opponent, and is going to claw and go across his face. Now, from this position, we're going to go down again with the right hand as the left hand is circling up. Now, left hand is going to circle up to strike back of the shoulder, and the right hand is going to strike with the right hand sword, outward hand sword, back of the right knee. And from here, to adjust our height, we're going to sink into a left closed kneel stance. So we strike back of the knee. Now, right from here, with the right leg, we're going to shoot a side kick back of his left knee, and then we're going to cross out. And we're done with the technique. Let's take it again from the top. Going 1, 2, to the kidney, check, claw, and check, chop, back of the knee into a left closed kneel, side kick back of the knee, and cross out. Okay, you're going to step through a right punch, step through right. We're going to step off. As we check, we're going to punch down low to the ribs or to the kidney. Now, right from here, as the hammer fist drops to the kidney, the left hand is going to circle outside and check his arm, and we're going to drop into a forward bow. We're going to check, we're going to come up and claw and tear with the fingers, cross his face. As we do this, then the right hand is going to circle down back of his knee to do a hand sword, and the left hand is going to circle up back of the shoulder to check his upper body. And we're going to sink into a closed kneel. And then the right leg is going to side kick back of his knee, and we're going to cross out. Let's take it one more time. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's take it from a different angle. Okay, right from here, step in, 1. As we clear it out, then drop the hammer fist, right his back, check. And then check the hand, claw with the right hand, sink into a kneel as you circle out, and hand sword back of the knee as you check the shoulder, and we're going to kick back of the knee, and you cross out. Now let's just take this technique a little bit faster. Yes, sir. Okay. Yes, sir. Take it from the other side. Yes, sir. Yeah. And one more time. Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This technique is called retreating pendulum. We're going to take it from right fighting stance. The attack is coming from 12 o'clock. It's a cross behind rear kick, back kick, cross behind side kick with the right leg. So now from here, we're going to take the right leg. Instead of dropping straight back to a twist stance, we're going to hook it around a little bit to get our body out of the way. So the kick is coming from 12. We're going to hook it around, and at the same time, we're going to do a right downward block. As we do the right downward block, the left hand is going to come up on top and parry and check. So one more time from here, we're going to check the kick, block the kick as we check from here. Now, right from this position with the right leg, we're going to shoot a side kick, and we're going to be catching the back of his left knee. As we shoot the side kick back of his left knee, the right hand is going to continue from the block, go up and around, and come with a hammer fist. So when we kick, the right hand's coming around, shoot a hammer fist back of his neck. Now from here, we're going to drag up. As we drag up with the right leg, we're going to scoop the groin, or we're going to scoop inside his right knee. As we scoop, then we're going to complete the circle by buckling and pushing him that way. Okay. Now let's take this from the top one more time. We're going to hook around, check the kick, kick him back of the knee, hammer fist back of the neck. We're going to drag up, scoop the groin, and we're going to buckle him and pushing him forward. Okay. Now, if he was coming from 12 o'clock to kick me, when I cross behind, I want to get out of the way and kind of invite him in a little bit. Now, from here, as soon as I drop back into this stance, I'm going to shoot and take his knee. And as I take his knee, I'm going to come up with the right hand and catch him with a hammer fist back of the neck. Now we're going to drag up, scoop the groin with the right heel. As I scoop, then I'm going to shoot my leg, ball of the foot, then I'm going to drop my heel down to buckle him and throw him forward. Okay, let's take this again one more time. This time we're going to do it from a different angle. Okay. So one thing I want you to do is, when he kicks, as soon as you drop back into your stance, you're going to come out and shoot that kick right away. So as soon as we drop back, boom, we're going to kick right back. Let's take it from the top. We're going to block the kick and kick right away. Come with the hammer fist, back of the neck. Then we're going to drag up, scoop the groin with the heel. As we scoop up, we're going to come down and buckle and throw him forward. Okay, now, also, when he kicks, and we take him down and we kick and hammer fist, we could scoop the groin and buckle the knee. Okay? The way you're buckling is, you put your foot down and you're staying on the ball of your foot, then you're going to drop your heel down and lock the knee. That's what's going to push him forward. Okay? Let's take this a little bit faster from the top. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, one more time. It's yes, yes. It's yes, yes. It's yes, yes. This technique is called tripping arrow. It's for a bear hug from front with your arms free. Now, what we're going to do here with the left hand, we're going to grab his shoulders and we're going to keep the elbows tucked in. And as we grab his right shoulder, we're going to pull it down, and at the same time, we're sinking with the left leg to the side, to the horse stance. So we're going to grab the shoulder, sink to the side, pull the shoulder down, put weight on his legs, and the right hand is going to come up and do a heel palm strike to the left side of his jaw. So we're going to sink to the side, pull, as the right hand come up, strike right to the side of the face. Now, from here, as it strikes, we're going to complete our circle with the right hand, coming back into our body, and it's going to shoot out with the heel palm to his chest again. So now, from here, we strike side of the jaw, and what I'm going to do with my right leg, I'm going to go around him and step to the horse stance. I'm going to go around his right leg and stump, get him to lose his balance. As I get around him and stump, I'm going to take him down, dropping to a left forward but facing 10 o'clock, and the heel palm strike, that's where it hits to his chest and takes him down. Now, you're controlling his arm when you're taking him down. So his elbow might end up on your knee, and you could break the elbow at the same time. Then we're going to finish him off with a heel kick going to the face, and we're going to cross over away from him. Okay, let's take it from the top again. We're going to grab the shoulder, sink to the horse stance, heel palm. We're going to get around his leg, stump, and take him down, dropping into a forward bow with the heel palm. And we're going to heel kick to the face and cross out. Okay. Now, this is for a bear hug from front, arms free. We're going to sink to the side. As we sink to the side, we're going to use the left hand, grab his right shoulder, keep the elbow close, and we're going to sink. Now, right from here, we want to put some weight on his leg. We're going to heel palm, strike side of his face. As we strike, we're going to get around his leg, and we're going to stump. As we stump and he's starting to lose his balance, I'm going to lock, go to a forward bow, and heel palm strike to the chest and take him down. Now, right from here, we're going to heel kick to the face, and we're going to clear the arm out of the way and step out. Okay? When we clear the arm, on his way down, it could be coming down with the elbow on your knee, so you could catch the elbow. And then when you heel kick to the chin, then you're going to clear his arm out of the way. You could stump the wrist with your heel, stump the wrist, and then you're out. Let's take it from this side one more time. So sink to the side, get around, stump, and take down. Catch his elbow, heel kick to the face, clear the arm out of the way, stump the wrist, and you're out. Let's take it from a different angle. Sink, heel palm strike, get around, take him down, heel kick to the face, clear, and stump. Okay, now we're going to do this a little bit faster. Come on. Yes, 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 yes. Let's try it again. Yes, 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 yes. And come out. Okay, we take it from different side. Yes, 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 yes. And try it again. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. I'm sure you enjoyed studying these videos, and I enjoy teaching them to you. If you have any questions or you need further information about personal training or seminars, please contact me at the address and phone numbers listed at the end of the video. Thank you.